Well, hi there. So you like earth sciences, right? You like geology, but you do not know what a geologist does? Well, I can help you there. I can give you a little glimpse of my career as a geological scientist. Now, people, this is really fascinating stuff. Now, who am I? My name is Robert Font. I have a PhD from Texas A&M University, and now more than 50 years of professional experience. So that pretty much dates me, right? Uh, I'm a certified professional geologist in the US and Europe, and my work has taken me to more than 50 countries in 4 different continents. Wow, neat stuff. I discovered the geological sciences when I was a student at Baylor University. I started my career as a physical education major, uh, and then I drifted to mathematics, and then somehow I took my first geology course, and I knew right then and there that I was home. My initial fascination involved the study of volcanoes and volcanology. Here you have two really bad volcanoes. On the right, you have Mount Pelée on the island of Martinique. In 1902, a Nuée Ardente came out of this volcano and in a matter of minutes wiped out 29,000 people. On the left, you have Mount Vesuvius, uh, and as seen from the ruins of the city of Pompeii, and one of the victims of that eruption. But guess what? I ended up specializing in the field of engineering geology, or using my geological knowledge to help solve engineering problems. For years as a professor at Baylor University, I concentrated my research on the study of landslides, their prediction and control. I also conducted quite a bit of research on the strength of earth materials, squashing the living daylights out of these rocks and soils. Uh, Most of my research was on the clay-rich rocks and soils. But eventually, I went to work in the oil patch, if you will. I went to work for what is now ConocoPhillips. Uh, these were very interesting years. From an exploration geoscientist to a project supervisor to an area geologist, my task was to help discover uh, new oil and gas reserves. I finally broke out on my own and established my own consulting company, GDM, where I was able to employ between 20 and 40 people, the GDM family. I ran it for 23 years. We concentrated on geological research, interpretation, and capture of well log data and seismic data. The well log that you see there, as indicated by the red arrows, shows a petroleum bearing formation. The seismic line, that bump that you see there, like Inspector Clouseau would say, le bump, uh, that's an anticline, or it's basically an oil field, and there's a synthetic that is tied to it. And the bottom line is that geology has really proven, at least for me, to be a fascinating and most rewarding career. Uh, as I told you earlier, I've seen a lot. So what do you study as a geologist? Well, fractures, faults, earthquake activity, sedimentology, stratigraphy. You study volcanology and paleontology. You study minerals, rocks, and ore deposits. You also study plate tectonics, mountain building, glacial geology, coastline processes, and oceanography. And the not so easy disciplines of geophysics and geochemistry, as well as astrogeology. You study the hydrologic cycle, fluvial processes, and natural disasters such as floods. You study groundwater flow and the formation of caverns and sinkholes. You study deserts and swamps, and the mitigation and prevention of environmental problems. Man, we can say that geology really rocks. Well, that's it. I hope that now you have a better idea of what a career in geology is really like. It rocks.